Hey guys, welcome back. The other day, a huge Easter egg was found in the Discover Hope trailer that we got at E3 for Halo Infinite, and this Easter egg has some absolutely massive ramifications for Infinite's story, and only adds more fuel to the theories that we already have about Cortana and this new AI chip. I want to give a huge props to Zepiel for finding this. Honestly, some absolutely god-tier detective work right there. Basically, he screenshotted all the red bars that show up in Chief's BIOS and then put them all together to create a QR code which, when scanned, takes you to a page with a 40-second audio file. I'll let you guys listen to the raw audio file before we start breaking it down.
This is part of me. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it is me.
So, holy shit, that's pretty damn huge. Where do we begin? Well, let's start with the file name. Now, this very much could be nothing, but our resident Halo detective, CIA 391, pointed out that some of the number strings in the weirdly long and abstract file name for the audio file are the same as some coordinates on the Pelican's dashboard in the trailer. Maybe these coordinates are where the audio takes place? Maybe, just maybe, they're the coordinates to the control room. When the audio does begin, we can hear some sort of futuristic ambient sci-fi sound effects that honestly sound kinda like what I would imagine that blue orb in the control room in the Discover Hope trailer sounds like up close. Then some footsteps that, given what we hear later on, I would hazard a guess are Cortana's, or at least a variant of Cortana's. They're far too light sounding to be Chief in his Mjolnir, and honestly they sound kind of like a woman walking in heels. In Halo 5, Cortana didn't have heels, so either she changed her hardlight form between then and Infinite, which I assume is totally possible, or this is another version, or should I say fragment, of Cortana. More on that in a minute. These footsteps then approach something, and a very familiar sound plays. If you didn't recognize it yet, that, I'm pretty sure, is the exact sound effect from the Cortana moments in Halo 3.
I am your shield. I am your sword.
So, could they be making a return? I mean, as long as they aren't as annoying and intrusive as they were back in Halo 3, and as long as you can toggle them on and off, then I'm absolutely down for them to come back. And given where Infinite is in the created story arc, with everything that's happened so far, it could be a great time for their glorious return.
This is part of me. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it is me.
And there's the real stinger. But what's she talking about? What is she referring to? Well, the way that I see it, right now, it could be one of two things. Firstly, it could be the AI chip itself that she's referring to. We all know by now that Chief has a new AI chip in Halo Infinite, and this chip has been quite a big focus of both the trailers that we've had so far. In Discover Hope, we finally got confirmation that the serial number on the chip is CTN0453-0, which is precisely one iteration higher than Cortana's serial number, CTN0452-9. This is clearly not a coincidence. When Chief inserts the chip in the trailer, we can see that it's called a weapon containment device and that it's empty. Right now, the main running theory is that this chip contains something called SPDR, which stands for System Peril Distributed Reflex, which is used to repair damaged AIs that can no longer repair themselves. We can assume that this is the case because when Chief's new Gen 3 BIOS boots up, we can see that it loads some systems or programs or scripts or whatever involved with SPDR. The plan, we think, is that during the war for Zeta Halo, that very clearly we lost, Chief was going to try and force Cortana into this SPDR trap chip, and the SPDR would then repair her and restore her back to normality, and in the process, upgrade her to a new version. Hence why the chip's serial number is one iteration higher than Cortana's previous one. If this theory is the case, then this audio could be depicting Cortana's first reactions to being inside a chip that's familiar to her, and I guess is technically part of her, or at least used to be, that's now being used kind of against her. If we take the ending of the original Infinite trailer into account, Chief definitely has an AI in this chip at some point during the campaign, something that is yet to happen in the Discover Hope trailer, which also happens to be the opening cutscene of the game. Or, secondly, this chip at some point during the campaign before this audio takes place could get an AI in it, an upgraded fragment of Cortana. Now, ever since Halo 4 and what happened on the Mantle's approach, the idea of Cortana fragments has been floating around in the canon. It's been mentioned countless times in countless different mediums, and at this point has kind of been pushed as the main explanation as to why Cortana is now evil. She's not actually Cortana, rather she's simply a rampant fragment of the original Cortana. Sounds an awful lot to me like she's interacting with another fragment of herself. If evil Cortana is a fragment, then I can understand her being super confused, encountering another version of herself that's almost exactly the same in every way, except with different beliefs because she's not rampant. And also vice versa too, I could see a non-rampant fragment of Cortana being super confused, encountering a rampant fragment of herself that again is very similar in most ways except her beliefs that are caused by rampancy. Although the Cortana in the audio, at least to me, sounds quite a lot more innocent than the evil Cortana in Halo 5, so maybe this is the other way around, like I just said. Maybe this is CTN 0453-0 interacting with CTN 0452-9. At the end of the day, we're really just playing a guessing game here, but this little piece of audio contains a lot of potential. I mean, my bet is that this audio is from the cutscene in the control room that they teased at the end of Discover Hope, with everything that Cortana says in that scene to how the blue orb, which is clearly some form of representation of Cortana, reacts when Chief pulls out the chip. It all seems to line up pretty well, and also, furthermore, as the Eld found on Twitter, the footsteps sync up pretty damn well with this scene, so my money is absolutely on this taking place after the screen fades to black.
I chose you because you were special. And I was right. This is part of me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is me.
So, massive props once again to Zepiel for finding this, and don't stop searching, guys. Honestly, for all we know, there's even more Easter eggs in that trailer that we haven't found yet that could contain more audio, or hell, if you want to get even crazier, maybe even a video or something. If you do find something though, make sure you send it to me over on Twitter at HiddenXperia. Of course, if you do find anything, you'll be credited in a video. And so, that's all for this one. I just wanted to get a super quick video out about this because, well, I mean, how the hell could I not? I'm currently super busy getting ready to fly to Chicago for Outpost, so if the editing was kind of a bit quick and a bit simpler than normal, then that's my excuse. Right, that's all for today. As per usual, huge thank you to all of my amazing patrons who support me over there, and thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.